Hi, Lisa. This is Wayne with Blue Digital Solutions here in Jacksonville. You spoke with one of my associates last week, and he mentioned that we would be sending over a short video to show how your company could possibly get some more customers coming through the door and calling the phone by using your website rankings and getting them up there a little higher. The reason we're doing this for companies here locally, there's a couple reasons. One, it's our way of giving back to the local community. We are a local business owner just like you, and we are very adamant about shopping local. So we're providing some tips to other businesses on how they can get more customers, not only during this pandemic, but for times after this, obviously. The second reason is we are a search engine optimization company and website company. This is what we do. So today I'm going to give you 3 tips that will help boost your rankings with your website and hopefully get you some more clients. If you put these into practice, it'll definitely help. If you don't have time or you would like some help, then obviously I would like you to give me a call. Maybe I could help you. Either way, let's go through 3 tips as to what you can do to rank your website better than it is now and see where we can go from there. So first of all, I want to show you how I found you and who I'm going to compare you to get you up in your rankings. So first of all, when somebody goes to looking for a contractor to get their fence done here in Jacksonville, one of the highest ranking keywords is fence Jacksonville FL. So they're going to type that in looking for the fence company. And obviously on page 1 right here, we see the map section. This area right here is the Google My Business section, which I will speak to in a moment. And then below that, you have what's called the organic listings on page 1 of Google. And I'm sure you would agree that when any of us search Google for a service or widget or whatever it is we're looking for, 90% of the time we choose somebody that's on page 1. Very rarely does anyone that I'm aware of go past page 1 over to 2, 3, and 4. So obviously getting on page 1 is the priority. So one of the things I've also done is I've chosen a company that is on page 1, even though they're all the way down here at the bottom on number 9 on page 1. I chose those to compare your company to because, well, they're on page 1 and yours needs to be. So we're going to take a look and see why or what you can do to get on page 1 and get up above this other company here and start taking some of that clientele. So first of all, I just wanted you to understand how I chose this company that I'm going to compare you to. They are on page 1, and it's from just typing in Fence Jacksonville FL. So first thing we're going to talk about is content. A website, when somebody opens up your website, got a good looking website, content is what Google is looking for. And content is anything that looks like this, obviously. This is all content. Google is crawling websites looking for who is the authority on this topic. Who is the authority when it comes to fencing in Jacksonville? The only way that, well, not the only way, one way they can identify that is through your content on your home page. Google likes to see the sweet spot is between 1,000 and 1,500 words on your home page. If you look at your home page here, you've got maybe 200. So you've got a lot of room to add content, talk about your business, talk about what type of fencing you do, and then also on this content, you're going to be weaving in keywords so that when people are typing in these keywords looking for a service, it's in your content and it's going to help get you ranked. So this, for the heck of it, let's take a look at one of your competitors over here and see if they've got any content in there, see how hard they would be to beat out. And you can see here's some of their content here. They've got a picture or two, a little bit of content here. And that's really about it. Not much more. Let's see. Well, there's some pictures here. There is a little bit more here. So they do have a good bit more content than what your website is running now. However, they still don't have the sweet spot of 1,000 to 1,500 words of content. So that would be an easy one to boost your rankings. Just write some more content. Get it on that home page. Put some keywords in there. So that's content. The second thing I was going to suggest is backlinks. there is a tool that we use to look at the metrics of your website on the back end, if you will. And I'm not going to go through all of this because it's too confusing, but I will touch on a few of the main things that we look at to see how powerful is your website. Obviously, the more powerful your website, the closer you get to page one or get on page one. So that's always what we're looking to do, is get you more power. This DR number here is a domain rating. That's a score of 0 to 100 that Google assigns. So obviously the higher the number, the more powerful your website. And you can see yours is just barely hitting the scale right now. That's good though. There's a lot of companies that aren't hitting it at all. So at least you are going in the right direction. That's domain rating. Then you have backlinks. Backlinks are lifeblood of any website. The backlinks you can look at, Google looks at them like votes. How many other websites is your link right here? How many other websites is that on that can refer back to you? All websites are not created equal. Even though you have 289 and 27 referring backlinks, depending on which websites they're on will determine how powerful they are. And I'm going to suggest right now that most of the websites that they are on are not that powerful. Otherwise, this number right here would be a lot larger. So that's backlinks. Second thing would be keywords. Here you got 39 keywords. Now, keywords is what I mentioned earlier, if you'll remember, when I was talking about content on your homepage. You want your keywords embedded 4 or 5 times throughout that content, so that when these Google crawlers are looking through, they'll identify these keywords, giving your power more sight because it's going to be on your homepage. So let's take a look at some of your keywords here real quick. Obviously, your company name here, and it shows that you're in position 1, which you should be since it's your name. We go down here to Jacksonville Fence. It shows that there's 200 people every month looking for that keyword or phrase, and you're on page 2 for that keyword. Fence contractor, Jacksonville, Florida, page 2. Fencing Jacksonville, page 3. So you can see one thing that would boost your power and get your website up there on that top spot real easily would be to incorporate these keywords right here into your content. Not just your name, but get these ones that other people are looking for. That's going to boost your power up big time. Let's go back here and see what your competition is doing and why they're on page 1. You can see their DR is a little higher than yours. They don't have as many backlinks as you do, but obviously the websites that their backlinks are on have a little bit more power. They've got a few more keywords than you do, and I would assume that they're weaving those keywords into their content. So you put all of that together, more content, keywords inside the content, and it's going to start pushing you towards that first page rather quickly. The third thing we want to talk about is citations. When somebody types in a keyword looking for a fence contractor, as we have here, first thing that comes up obviously are the ads up top that people are paying for. And then we have what's called the Google My Business section. This section right here. This section right here, most people choose a contractor from that section 60 to 70% of the time. Just because that's right there in your face. It shows where they're located on the map. It's just real convenient. So obviously this is where you want to be, as well as this area here on page 1, which is called the organic section. So being in the organic section and Google My Business section pretty much ensures that anybody looking for fence repairs or installation in this area is going to be calling your number. One of the ways that you get into this Google My Business area is through directories, which is nothing more than putting your name, address, and phone number in different directories throughout the system. And currently there are about 350 different directories that you can get into. Most people, if we were to go look all these up and look into their back-end metrics, most of these are probably going to have 30, 40, 50 different directories that they are in. You want to get better than that. Why not do all 300 or all 350? It's going to give you a lot of juice to get up here on this top section. Another tip for when you do, this is called a citation that you put into that directory. And a citation is nothing more than the name, address, and phone number that you're putting into the directory. When you put that name, address, and phone number, you need to make sure that it is spelled and laid out exactly the way you have it right here. If you have a comma, that comma needs to be there. If you have a period, that period needs to be there. Otherwise, the directory will not correlate it with your company, and it will be a wasted citation, if you will. So that's the 3 tips I wanted to leave with you today. Content, backlinks, and citations. Remember the content, 1,000 to 1,500 words. Put your keywords in that content. Backlinks, got to choose the right websites to put those backlinks in. If your backlink is in a Pizza Hut website, not going to do you any good for obvious reasons. And then the third thing we talked about was citations. Once again, if you need some help with this, please feel free to call me. There's no obligation. I hope this helps a little bit. My name is Wayne. Give me a call at 904-553-5521. 904-553-5521. Have a good afternoon, Leslie.